Hello everyone, Jester is back. This time, we are reviewing the Atari Legacy Edition Tempest cabinet by Arcade1up. And here it is, guys. Now, I had been on the fence with this cabinet for quite a while. I went back and forth, ordering it, then pulling the plug on it a few times before finally committing to it. And guys, guess what? Spoiler alert, I'm glad I did. I absolutely love it. All right, now, before I get into it, guys, please do me a favor. Give me a thumbs up on the video for making it for you. And please consider subscribing. I really appreciate it if you would. And thank you to all my new subscribers that have subscribed to me in the past month. I really appreciate each and every one of you. All right, so let's get into it. There's many things that piqued my interest with this cabinet. And number one, the games list, guys. It was just a great variety of huge hit classics that I played as a kid. And some of them, not so much. But we'll get into that in a minute. The other plus for this cabinet is the cost. The cost was really, really good, especially considering that you get 12 games with it. You know, this game actually sold for $449.99, which is really my, what I always considered kind of the limit for the three-quarter arcades from Arcade1up. Around under $500, I really think is a decent selling price for these cabinets. Like some of them have gotten out of control, like the Simpsons. You know, I know it's a lot of people like the Simpsons, but it's $700, guys, with 2 games in it. I think the X-Men went for $700 too, $699.99. The Big Blue was $600. And I understand that they have Wi-Fi, you know, live Wi-Fi and all that. But the Turtles in Time, the same game that they put out just with the different artwork in it, $649.99. So the reason why I went for this was definitely because they gave you 12 games in it, and they're really, really iconic games, and I like that a lot on it, guys. All right. Another positive with it is just the absolute look of it. That iconic Tempest cabinet design, the fit, the finish, they did very, very nicely on this. It just looks like a Tempest cabinet. Now, the one thing that I'm not too big on is the decal of the coin door. You know, I think they could have just done without that. If they were going to put any kind of coin door look on here, I think the molded coin door would have really been good. I just kind of think the decal of the coin door looks a little cheesy, but that's just a small critique. I also love the way they did the Atari logo on the bottom there. It's just that iconic Atari logo, and I think it just looks nice on that cabinet on the riser there. So I'm liking that a lot. So let's get a little closer to the cabinet and take a look at the side artwork on it and on the marquee. So hang in there with us. Now, guys, the side art on here is absolutely stunning. They did a great job with this, as Arcade1up always does on their side art. It's always crisp and clean and clear. I mean, there's the Tempest side art. It looks just like the original. Very well done. There's that iconic slope of that Tempest cabinet. You just know it's a Tempest cabinet as soon as you see it. And I love the way they continued the artwork down into the riser. That was a nice touch. I like that. Coming around here to the marquee. The marquee is very nice. I love that they integrated the speaker. There used to be speakers in the original up by the marquee, but they just made that look like that for this. The one thing that is a little odd about the marquee is it's a little washed out a little bit. Not a very big deal, but it definitely isn't as clear and crisp as like Miss Pac-Man or some of the other ones. Like I said, not a very big deal, but just not very high resolution on that. But like I said, not a big deal, small critique. It still looks really, really good. Now, here's something that I was very concerned about at the beginning with getting this cabinet, but I was pleasantly surprised. The controls on this really, really work well. Now, we all know at the beginning, their trackball and their spinner at the beginning was horrible. I mean, it was unplayable. But the trackball and spinner in this is actually really, really good right out of the box. The spinner is not, it doesn't spin continuously like the good one, like the really good ones, but It does do the job really, really well, and it's so much better than the original spinner they put in there. I mean, so they upgraded that really nicely. And the trackball does spin nice. It works great. So, you know, that was another thing I was getting tired with Arcade1up products. Every time you got the product, you had to upgrade their controls right out of the box to get it to play well. So I was getting frustrated with that, but with these controls, at least now they work great out of the box, and I have no plans on changing these. They work really well. I mean, we'll see how long they hold up, but I really do like the controls, so that's another plus on this cabinet. All right, guys, just for a little bit of demonstration, we'll just play a little bit of Tempest just to get into it and see how the gameplay works. Just to show you, it works really, really well with this spinner. I'm going to keep it on novice because I'm really not that good at Tempest at all. But I do love the game, and it does play well on this. Wow, look at that. I already killed myself. I think they recreated the vector graphics on this really, really nice. It's nice and vivid and clear. The one thing I wish they would have done, like they did on the Star Wars cabinet, is give you the option to increase the vector glow on it. Because especially on Tempest and especially on Major Havoc, there is strong vector glow on Major Havoc. And I would have liked to have increased that a little bit, or gave the illusion of that like they did on the Star Wars cabinet. But not a big deal. This monitor looks really, really nice. It is really, really vivid in color. So you could definitely get on one spin, almost 2 revolutions, which is really all you need on Tempest. I mean, the game functions really well, really, really good. I have no problem with this spinner at all. It gets the job done. Ah. Almost missed that. Almost got nailed by the spike. Oh, I wasn't even looking. All right, so that's the gameplay of Tempest, guys. It works really well. All right, guys, so you probably know the 12 games that's listed on here already, but just in case somebody doesn't, I'll go through them really, really quickly. You have Arcade, Crystal Castles, Atari Millipede, Asteroids, Gravitar, Missile Command, Asteroids Deluxe, Liberator, Space Duel, Centipede, Major Havoc, and of course, Tempest. 12 great iconic Atari games, and they all play absolutely great, guys. So I have to say, guys, I gave this cabinet a really, really big thumbs up. I love it. It works well. It plays well. It looks great. It's probably one of my favorite cabinets to date now in the arcade. So that's it, guys. I just want to say thanks again to all my subscribers and to everybody who's been supporting the channel. I really do appreciate each and every one of you guys. That's the review. Jester Tester saying be well. Happy gaming as always, guys. And until the next review, we will see you.